tell you, I'm not an emotional person. My assistant.
That's right.
Like,
you're not even a cry
more like lately than I've ever seen you cry ever.
Yeah, it'd be the kid that does it to you.
Be the kid. This has just been so hard, but I know that I'll get through it.
Of course you will.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, of course you will. And you're going to be surprised too, because usually after that first year, and I heard this from a lot of moms, they come home and they're like a little different because now they've had this like, I don't know, independence. And it's like fun to like see that evolution in them.
Right.
And you'll enjoy that process. But man, it'd be a kid. This episode of IRL Podcast is powered by Boost Mobile. All right, guys. I'm excited about today's episode. I can't believe it's taken her so long to get here.
I'm so happy.
But today we have actress, producer, entrepreneur. She has built a career spanning TV, film, beauty, fashion, from early days radio, MTV, to television, Power BMF, The Shy.
Yes.
There's more. There's many more. She is also like one of the most recognizable and relatable voices in entertainment. She is also a very proud mom. She's a published author, best-selling author, and she has gracefully navigated public love, heartbreak, and reinvention all in front of our eyes. Welcome, Anthony.
Thank you. What an intro. Thank you. Hi.
It's all true, baby.
I love that.
And you know what's so funny is I'm saying all that, and even when you came in today, I was like, yo, we've had so many great interviews over the years. And really it's because, like I said there, you have lived, like your life has been really public for a really long time. But you also know how to navigate those waters.
So I don't always know. Like I learn as I go. I learn as I go.
So what season are you in right now?
So I think for me, I'm in a very interesting season of my life. Kiyan has officially left for college. And I keep telling people that it's just something that I don't think I heard enough people talk about, or like maybe I just wasn't prepared for it. Like you hear conversations about everything that people go through in life. For some reason, I wasn't privy to the conversations about when your kid leaves for college, when your only child leaves for college, and like that void. And
you're not gonna make me cry this early in the podcast.
I'm sorry. But like the void and the emptiness, and just like literally one day he's there and then one day he's just not. And when he left also, like...
How long has he been gone?
So he's been gone now for about, I would say like a month. And, you know, when he left, it's like, I just feel like the energy in the house kind of just left, because my house has always been the fun house, all his friends and music and just fun all the time. And then he just left and it just got quiet. And that's been really, really hard for me. And I'm not like embarrassed to say it, or like I'm leaning into it so I can understand what that feeling is and try to like move past it and get to whatever the other side is. But right now I'm so deep in that feeling and it's been hard.
Yeah. Did you not expect it?
I don't know what I expected. Like I think that obviously I always knew he was going to go to college, but it always seemed so far away. And then as it even got closer, I'm like, well, still another month. Still, like, I was just savoring all that time. And I guess I didn't just realize just what a void it was, an impact like it was going to have. And like I said, it's not something like, I'm never in conversations with people and that's what people are talking about. I don't know if I'm like running with a different crowd, but I don't talk to people that are like, prepare yourself. This is how it is, or this is how you
we should have talked more before.
We should have talked more.
We should have for sure talked more, because I definitely had, I think before Nico left, I had maybe like, I was 6 months in preparation for him leaving. I was like sad and almost, it was weird because it was almost like I was just like irritable and sad. Like I had built up so much before he left.
Right.
Because I was anticipating it, which I think maybe you weren't even anticipating.
I wasn't, right.
So I had been anticipating it. And then when he left, I remember telling my friend Shaka, not Zulu, Shaka Pilgrim. I was telling Shaka Pilgrim, I said, Nico's, I gotta take him to school. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be a mess. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, no, I am. She was like, no, you're not. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, imagine for him, this is the first time he's leaving home. He's not going to be living in the house. He's walking into a new place. And you don't want to add to that.
That stress.
And that hadn't even, I was so in how I was feeling about it. I was like, oh shit, okay, you're right. I don't want to do that to him. So I went, I dropped him off. I was fine. Of course, I was a little emo on the way home. But then I realized, like, they don't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, tell me that. So
okay. I don't, we FaceTimed a lot. I felt like the conversations were more meaningful on the phone and longer. Before it would be like, if he called me because he needed somewhere, hey mom, coming out here. But now because he's away, when we would be on the phone, the conversations just were a little stronger and more meaningful. And then they come home for the holidays and you still miss them, but they still come home and you're still their mother and you guys are so close.
Very close.
It's just an adjustment. There's no easy answer, but it is, you are okay and you realize like your bond is not going anywhere.
Right.
I don't know if that helps at all.
No, it is helpful because I'm talking to somebody who's been through it. So it's like, I'm really listening to your words because you've been through it.
Yeah. And then it started to just become more comfortable. I can't explain
the new norm.
It's like the new norm. Yeah, in a weird way.
So I'm just praying that
so you're like
I get there.
You're like in the early stages of a new norm.
And like you said, I don't want to put that pressure on him because it's not his responsibility to take care of me or make sure I'm good. So like, I always try to, like, I'm okay. I think one time, it was one night, it was like 2:00 in the morning, I couldn't sleep, and I called him, and I just started crying. I'm like, I need you to come home. Like, you have to come home. And he's like, Mom, are you okay? I'm like, I just need you to come home. He's like, Mom, I can't come home right now. I have, like, basketball practice. I was like, but it only happened once, and then I, like, pulled it together.
Aww.
But see, I get sad just talking about it.
But how great is that you have a love that strong, that he knows that you love him that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you unravel that way.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm not an emotional person. My sister,
that's right. Like, you're not even a crier.
More like lately than I've ever seen you cry ever.
Yeah, it'd be the kid that does it to you.
The kid. This has just been so hard, but I know that I'll get through it.
Of course you will.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, of course you will. And you're going to be surprised too, because usually after that first year, and I heard this from a lot of moms, they come home and they're like a little different because now they've had this, like, I don't know, independence. And it's like fun to like see that evolution in them.
Right.
And you'll enjoy that process. But man, it'd be your kid.
Be your kid. Be your kid. Oh my goodness. And now just figuring out, like, you know what this next chapter looks like for me too. You know?
That part.
Had
you thought about that before or no? I feel like
I mean, I always think about like work and what I have coming up, but not in this way to where like I come home and he's like not there. Like I would work and know that when I got home, he's there. Or, you know, we would plan our evenings or whatever we're going to do. And now it's like I could come off of, you know, a trip or doing some work somewhere and get off the plane and come home and it's just like quiet. So it's just adjusting to that, but also finding things that I enjoy doing or that I want to do in my spare time because my life has always just been work and Kiyan.
Yeah.
I never made a life for myself in between that. It was always work and Kiyan.
Really? That's so interesting because you are known as the friend. Like you have so many friends.
Right.
You have like just a full life you would seem, but
my life has always been about work, and I'm able to be a great friend to people. It doesn't change because I'm working all the time, but I've never been a person taking trips all the time or on vacations or like that's I used to always feel guilty about that. Like I used to be like, I gotta work. Like I don't have time to be sitting on the beach somewhere. I'll be on Instagram like, how is everybody always on a fucking vacation? Like this is crazy. I'm on set. I'm more like everybody's just, but I just never did that and never allowed myself time to really find things that I really enjoy. You know how people are like, well, what do you do in your free time? Or what do you do to unwind? Like I never really had the answer to that. Because it was always like, I'll be with Kiyan or I'm, you know, like
I'm
working. So now it's like finding those things. And I am excited to find that because I do need to find stuff to fill that time and that void when I'm not working. And also I've been working for so long.
Do you feel like you've neglected yourself in a way?
I definitely feel like I've neglected myself. I feel like I've worked so hard to probably in some ways avoid like dealing with life stuff. Like if I'm always working, then I don't have to pay attention to feeling this way or different things that I went through, whether it was publicly or privately or what happened, you know, in my relationship or whatever. It's like, just keep working, just keep working. Then you could be distracted. You can not have to deal with that. But at some point, it all comes back around and you have to face it and deal with it. There's only so many shows I could be on. Everybody's like, oh, one thing about Lala, she gonna find a job, she gonna find a check, she gonna find this. There's only so much of that before it's like, no, you got to deal with some of this stuff and you got to be okay with being with yourself.
But what do you do when it's quiet? Like, how do you have a quiet thing that you do? Like, are you comfortable quiet? Like, if somebody just plopped you on a beach by yourself.
I'm not comfortable quiet.
Really?
I'm not comfortable, and I'm not comfortable alone. I always have been the person that's around so many people. So I created that environment in my house to be like that, which is why it's Kiyan's friends. You know, they opening the fridge, cooking what they like. That's always been the environment at the house because I always just function better when there's a lot of things happening around me. I could still be super focused. Like, I'm focused even in all this stuff happening around me. But when it's just me, I'm not good at that. And I know that that's a thing that I have to work on. Like, you have to be okay with being alone and being by yourself and having those alone moments. And I just haven't mastered that.
Yeah. I think it's amazing and super brave that, because we always share our story after we're at the we passed the victory of it. You know, we're like, yeah, I went through that and I came out on the other side and this is how I did it.
Right.
And it's, so, you know, but it's another thing to talk about, man, I'm so sad right now.
But it's like, I can only be honest with where I'm at right now, what's going on. Of course, I still have my incredibly happy moments and laugh and have fun, and like success has been great and life has been great. But this is just like a moment of adjustment and like reframing things. And that's kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there's a lot of women that can relate to this, to this moment.
Yeah. And I want to be the person, I want to use a platform like this to talk about it because, like I said, I never heard people talking about it.
Yeah.
I would hear every other issue, but I would never hear about when your kid leaves for college.
Don't you hate that?
I'm like, where was the fucking podcast talking about when your kid leaves for college? So I could have listened to that.
I feel like I've talked about it a couple of times. I'm going to send you some clips.
Okay, please.
But it wasn't, but it's not, because it's a very specific situation.
Right.
I mean, there's shit that we never. What about parenting? I always say there's things that nobody ever told me about parenting that you don't find out till we see people talking about parenting, but there's things that you just don't know
till you're in it.
Hey guys, you ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, this is a great price? And then a few months later, it's like, surprise, this bill is higher. With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month. Forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. So no price hikes, no contract, forever. Plus, Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. They have invested billions building 5G towers across the country. So visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. 5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. So how did that, even just becoming a mom, change you? Like, what did you learn about that? What was your
it's
surprises?
Just like I just when I had Kiyan, and because he is my only child, I just like gave my whole everything to him, and he became, you know, my best friend. He became everything. And you know how many people be like, oh, your kid's not supposed to be your best friend. I hear that all the time. Like, you're supposed to be the disciplinarian. Your kid is supposed to fear you. They're not supposed to. My son is my best friend. Like, it's just what it is. And that's the relationship that we formed. And does he have the utmost respect for me? Of course. He knows I'm his mama. He knows I'm not playing with you. Like, at the end of the day, we have a good time, but you're going to respect me and you're going to respect what I have to say. But that's our relationship. So it's just like,
that's so beautiful.
It is great. And it just became that. And then you don't even remember what life was like before that. It's just.
What is the trick to that? So for people who say you can't be best friends with your kid, because I think there probably is sometimes some challenges. It can't be perfect all the time.
Right. I mean, there's been a couple, like, he's never given me any problems. He's just a quiet, calm, good kid. But there had been a couple times in his life where I had to remind him, like, yo, I'm your mom. Like, I'm not one of your friends. Like, I'm your mom. Yes, best friend, but I'm your mom first.
Yeah.
And I've had to remind him, not often, but there were times. But I think that, you know, because of our relationship, it makes it easier for him to feel comfortable talking to me about things. I want my kid to be able to come to me and ask questions and, you know, ask advice. Like, I love that we have that.
Yeah. Okay, so new season of your life now, because
new season of my life.
Empty nester.
And then from the work perspective, like, BMF is done, so you know I had a good closure there. We had a good run. You know, me transitioning I went from Power right into BMF. Did 6 seasons of Power and then 4 seasons of BMF. So it was like that's almost 10 years of just back-to-back television there. And in between, I was shooting The Chi as well. The Chi is still continuing, which is amazing. So you'll still see me there. But you know, kind of like you said, closing a chapter on, even though BMF and Power aren't connected, to me, it's the same kind of world.
Wheelhouse,
50's on, you know, on top of all of that. So it's closing that chapter and figuring out, okay, what's next there? And people just got used to seeing me on those shows, you know, playing those characters. And now I'm stepping into something different with the new show, Group Chat, that Kim and I are producing for Hulu.
It's going to be interesting in this new season of your life, how the scales shift. Because at some point it's like work. I don't know. It's like, does it give you back what you put into it? Would you say that it does? Like, do you feel that amount of your life that you've put into it
work
is?
I think in many ways, yes, because I'm able to live the life that I live because of it. You know, I'm able to do certain things because of it. But sometimes I'm just like, it's a lot. It's okay to slow down a little bit. It's okay to pour into you. It's okay to take that trip that you always say no to because you got to work or you feel guilty about, like you said, sitting on a beach somewhere when you feel like I should be working, I should be doing this. Like, it's now for me, exactly what you said, finding more of the balance. I don't think I ever had the balance.
We got to get you some balance.
I guess I got to get some balance.
We got to get you some balance.
But it's good that I'm recognizing it because I'm like, okay, I got it.
First step is to recognize.
First step is to recognize and start saying yes. Like, you know, get invited to certain events or trips and be like, you know what, I'm going. Like, cool. Instead of like, nah, I got to do this or I got to go to this work thing. Like, I'm not going to be like, fuck it, I'm going. Like, I'm just going.
You just went on a trip, right?
I just went on a trip to Korea. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going. Like, I got the call. Like,
what were you doing there?
Just like doing all different Korean like skincare and all, like, you know, on TikTok, everything is Korean skincare products and finding out like what the best like cleanser and best this is. And just, I was like, again, I just said, I'm going. Like, fuck it, I'm going. Like, I'm not going to look for a reason to say, I'm busy, I got this or Kiyan. Like, I'm going. And I had a great experience. It was a 2-day quick trip in and out.
Was it like all girls or?
Yeah, it was like Kim, myself, Chloe, a few other, Steph, a few other of our friends. And we were just like, let's roll out. So Kim called me like, yo, you want to go to Korea? I'm like, Korea? I was like, I'm out. We going.
I love that for you.
And I just rolled. It's good.
Did you learn anything? Any good skin treatments?
I did. I brought back mad shit. I brought back a whole luggage just filled with shit. I'm just like, all my friends are like, come over and just take whatever you want.
I love that you're doing that.
Yeah.
You gotta do trips. You gotta live your life.
Definitely. And I'm also super excited and happy because Sierra is in New York now. You know, Russ got traded to the Giants. So they're living in New York now. And I've been the only one in New York for a long time out of like my immediate friend group.
Yeah.
Everyone's like LA and other places. So I've just been here. So it's nice to have one of my best friends now living in New York.
Are your friends all aware of like this state that you're in right now? Like, have you shared this with all like
my closest friends? I have shared it with, and they're
all their kids are younger, right? None of
them their kids are younger. They haven't had this experience, so I'm just like telling them like, this is real. Like, prepare yourselves. But
what is it? What of your friend group or just your friends in general? What do you think is like the best or important friendship qualities? Like, you know what I mean? Because even in these moments, it's like you want people that
I think for
trust.
Me, it's the support, it's the trust. Like, even just going on this trip to Korea, like, she knows how I've been feeling, and it's like, yo, just get out of New York, come to Korea. It's a crazy trip for 2 days. It's a 13-hour flight, but just come. I'm like, all right, cool. And I needed to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's unspoken. Like, I know that's why she told me to come on that trip. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's unspoken. You know, whether it's Kelly or Sierra or anyone, like the check-ins or the come meet up with us here, you know, like I know that they're aware and they're trying, and me going to LA now to shoot the pilot, just getting to be around everybody in LA again, like I am excited for it.
That's good.
You know, and I also, outside of my friends, I have an incredible family, you know, I'm close with my family, my cousins, Dice, all of them. Like, that's my, you know,
your squad.
My squad. So they'll come stay at the house. Like, they'll just pop up. Like, yo,
they probably miss Kiyan too.
Yeah, they miss him too. But like, Dice will come, my cousin Lauren, you know, News, all of them just, we here, we staying for a couple of days with you. I'm like, y'all stay there? Like, yeah, we just staying. We don't want you to be here by yourself. And like, I love that. You know, it means a lot. And I think everyone will find either a character or something that they can personally relate to.
How about like, because even like 30s and 40s is a whole different, your life in 30s and your life in 40s is a whole different thing.
It's very different.
How has that been for you? Because you started 16?
Yeah.
So you did 20s publicly, you did 30s publicly, you're in 40s now publicly. How have you transitioned and like dealing with age and stuff like that? How are you managing like age?
Yeah, that is
and changes
so
and
like, you're the only person who's ever asked that question. Really? It's such a good question because the industry we're in doesn't always make you feel good about getting older. It's like you feel like the industry can make you feel like after a certain age, you're not relevant anymore. You're washed up, or we said at the same time, or especially in an acting space where the roles are getting cast younger and younger, or once you reach a certain age now, you're not being looked at as like the hot girlfriend anymore. It's like different. So I see all of that happening. So there are times where I've struggled with it because I'm like, my whole thing, claim to fame, was being on the radio at 16, doing this at 17, you know, being on MTV at 19. Like, that was always what came behind. Like, she the youngest to ever do this. She was the youngest on the radio. She, like, that was everything. So that when you get out of that, and that's not what people are saying anymore. That's not the story anymore. You just gotta like, I don't want to be the old head. You know what I mean? But it's life, and you get older. So I'm trying to lean into it with more, you know, grace and like embrace it, because it is such a blessing to be able to, you know, get older and have the wisdom and everything that we've been through. And just, I think I'm at a place now where outside noise and opinions don't matter to me as much anymore. I used to really care about that stuff. Like, I was always, even before the industry, like in high school, like the girl that wanted to be liked by everyone. If someone didn't like me, it's like, well, what did I do? Like, why? Like, I'm a nice person. Like, why don't they like me? And then you get in this industry and people just tearing you up 24/7 about anything. I got to a point where the public perception, outside noise just doesn't matter to me as much anymore.
We all say that, but sometimes that shit still cuts.
Sometimes it cuts, but I've gotten better at understanding what works for me. So for me, I don't read the comments.
You know,
because if I'm having a good day, why am I going to purposely fuck my day up by reading the comments that I know are going to tear me up, say some crazy shit? Like, why would I do that? And just human beings, we're going to focus on the negative. It's 100 thousands. I love you. And then it's like these, and that's what we're hyper focused on. Like, oh, so she did, she that. It's so unhealthy. So I'm like, I just don't read the comments anymore. Like, I had to figure out what works for me, and like I don't even touch it. Like, I'm like,
really,
I don't.
So if the shade room posts,
I do not. It's so funny. If they post something about me, I'll go under and I'll just put like them emoji or like thank you or a heart, and I just get right out of there. I will not read a comment. And sometimes Brittany, who's here, my assistant, will be like, "No, they actually was saying good things about you." And
you're like, great.
I'm like, great. I just leave it alone. Like, I will not do it.
Good for you.
Because you got to know what works for you.
Yeah, good for you.
You got to know what works for you.
But the thing too is, it's like, especially when we've been at this for so long, it's like, it's hard because people want to compare you to an older version of yourself. But sometimes I feel like women, whether you're in the public eye or not, women in general, we want to hold ourselves to a version of us. It's so funny because yesterday I had these shorts on. I was at Joe's house, his birthday, and I had these little shorts on. And a girl said to me, it was actually Chrissy, Jim Jones' wife. Chrissy was like, I had shorts on. She was like, "You look cute. Those look good." I was like, "Oh, my legs right here. If I could," in the thing, you know. And she was like, "You not 25." those are good. And the way she said it, I was like, because in my mind, I wanted to look like the same way they looked when I was 25.
I understand that.
And it was such she just said it on some, bitch, you like some, what you talking about? You're not 25, your legs look good. And I was like, okay. All right. But we do that shit to ourselves.
We do.
Where we compare ourselves to a version of ourselves from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's really hard not to do that. I just wonder for you, especially because you take a lot of photos.
Right. It's really hard not to do that. Everything you just said is hard not to do that. And sometimes in my mind, I feel super young. So like in my mind, I'm like, why they not handling me like I'm 25, 30 years old? Like and I'm like, because you're not. Like, you know what I mean? But
you have to remind yourself.
You better remind yourself, like, because like you said, sometimes I'm stuck in that old version of me. So you do deal with that, but that's why you have to get off of caring so much about what people say and think, because you'll be miserable every day. There's nothing you, I, or anyone could do that's going to please everybody across the board. There's not an outfit, there's not a makeup, there's not a hairstyle that is going to be like, they all loved it. It's never going to happen.
You tell us the campaign we just did.
Oh my God. by the way, I just did so I don't know. I'm about to lean into some other shit right now because I just did a photo shoot for Telfar. I did a collab with Timberland, so they asked me to come down, and I was like, normally those things, you know how it is. You go in, you I don't want to wear that. I don't like the way this looks. Does this make me look fat? How does it look when I sit here? This hair, does this make me look older? You know, all that shit that we do to ourselves. I was like, I'm gonna go have fun. I just had a different
mentality.
I'm gonna put the crazy outfit you want to put on. Right. Let's just see. Let's just try it.
Hey guys, it's Angie. Thank you so much for watching the pod today. We appreciate you. I cannot believe summer is over. We are in a new season. And for me, that means doing some updating in my house. When the season changes, I like to do something fresh, even if it's something small. I was just saying recently, I just changed some of the doorknobs in my home, and that makes a really big difference in the house. But also like storing things from last season that you're not going to wear, that stuff up your closet. They have great bins of all sizes at Wayfair. I get some bins that put stuff under the bed. I get some bins to just pack up seasonal clothes that I know I'm not going to wear for a long time. Very easy stuff to get at Wayfair. Also, my son just went away to college. We got a lot of stuff for packing and storage there. And also I bought a few things to refresh the room so I could use it while he's gone. It's a little kind of calm place for me. So I got a new rug in there. It looks great. So yeah, Wayfair is great for all of those type of things. And they have something for every room. They have something for every budget. Get organized, refreshed, and back to routine. Whatever your routine is, for way less at Wayfair. You can head to wayfair.com right now and shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
The hairstylist wanted to I don't ever wear wigs. I wear extensions.
No, you don't wear wigs.
I don't. Some people love them. Right. But just for me, it's not my thing.
Yeah,
I never really was a wig girl, right? I will wear extension or I'll do clip-ins or something like that. They wanted to put me in a wig. I was like, okay, fuck it, let's try it. They pulled up some photos of me from back in the day. They were like, you used to do this color, let's try it. I was like, okay, fuck it, let's do it. And then they were putting me in clothes I would never pick for myself.
And
I think it was really good.
Okay, I'm like, yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, this is fire.
I gotta see this.
I'll show you.
You have
to show you one now. I'm going to show you one now.
Please.
But my point was like,
you had to surrender.
I had to surrender, and it was so much more fun.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it could have gone bad.
It could have.
But I still had so much fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I need to see
something. One of these. I had a whole thing on live.
Oh my God.
It was like a whole production. You hear Brittany's voice in the background. They come out in September. Where is it?
Okay, here's cut. Hold on. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Why not, right?
This is how you hear you me your color. I love this.
You know? No, but I had too much fun.
But don't you love that?
No, I had so much fun.
I love that you just let yourself be free and experience that.
Like, I would never. Don't go crazy.
Not the head though. I was like, mother. This?
What are these?
Not the hat.
Oh, yeah, the red hair, the red orange. No. Anyway, point was. Stop. Get out of here. Please
go.
Get off
I do like your hair. that color for sure.
Point is that it was like, let me just go and lean in and have fun and like
not micromanage or think about this isn't gonna work
or worry about how somebody else is gonna think it looks.
That's what I mean.
Should she be in that hair?
Yeah, or was she just out there trying to look like she's 25?
Yeah,
like no.
I didn't care. Like and honestly, it's a testament to the energy on set. Have you ever met Telfar?
Yeah, I have.
You know his energy is beautiful.
Baby,
yeah, it's just so like.
And he just made you feel confident.
And everybody in the room was super like, it was good energy. And sometimes you just got to lean into the energy of a space.
I love that.
And so, yeah, I went a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I had so much fun.
So good.
I told him I'm going to start dressing like this old, not this, but like I'm just going to start just wearing
whatever the fuck
so
good. I can't wait for this. That's dropping soon. I can't wait. I can't wait.
So cool.
I can't wait.
Do you do stuff like that often? When was the last time you leaned into something that is completely out of character for you?
I would say like, a lot of times with the wigs and stuff with Eric and Tay, he's always like, no, you about to try this. We're doing this. And he doesn't even give me a choice. There's not even a conversation. Like, you putting this on. And then afterwards, I'm like, with ice blue hair, something crazy. But I'm like, I like it. Like, it just feels fun and freeing. And like, I'm at it. He's like, if you wear another fucking ponytail, half up, half down. Like, I'm sick of seeing that. Look, half up, half down. I'm sick of seeing that. Like, I'm like, all right. So he's the person that pushes me out of my comfort zone just to have fun and try different things.
But part of that also is it's having people that push you, which is great. But also it's like allowing yourself to be free because you have to do like what you said. You have to not care about the outside. Because if you live your life on how the outside is perceived, you don't even allow yourself to be free.
You don't even allow yourself to be free. And like I said, this industry makes you feel like after a certain age, like, what do you want us to be doing? Like turtleneck? Like, what do we like after? So like, why is she's a mom? She's like, what does that mean? Like, you can't lean into your sexiness. You can't be free. You can't have fun. Like, I just never understood that. But it starts, it's like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm going to be who I am.
Word. Love that for you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see my whole shoot.
I know. I can't wait.
Oh, we should talk about this work that you're doing with Reform. Years ago, I did a panel. It was actually the Obama administration brought me in to speak at this Reform panel. That was my introduction to the space. And I wasn't as educated as I wish I had been for a long time. I mean, I knew the system.
Right.
I knew a lot of things, but I just learned a lot when I went in for that. And I made a lot of friends in the space. And I think what drew me to it is the idea of redemption. I believe in it, you know, and so I think a lot of times people get thrown away and they get thrown in a system and the system is not set up for them to bounce back or to help them
at all in any way.
So when I see this work that you're doing, I'm like, wow, that's super dope. But
so for me, it was, you know, the name of my program is 360 and we're based in Rikers Island. We're in the RNDC building, which is a building that houses the younger population. So young men ages 18 to 21. So for me, I always felt more connected to that age group because of Kiyan. Like, I felt like these are Kiyan's friends, his peers. Like, I can talk to them the way I talk to Kiyan. And I felt like at that age, there was still a chance to change the mentality, change the way of thinking. So we run a program inside Rikers Island. We go in there like twice a week with mentorship, how to conduct yourself in a job interview, just self-esteem, anything you could think of, we're tackling it. And then when the guys are released, some of them have to go, you know, upstate to do a significant amount of time. But the ones that are able to come home, we set them up with jobs. We help them with housing, like anything that they need. And we've seen so much incredible success. And to me, like, that's the most fulfilling work for me. Like, and I myself am going into Rikers Island all the time. Like, there's never been someone that's spent more time in Rikers Island on the outside than I have. Like, I'm there. They'll tell you we see La here all the time. It's just like, that's become, you know,
take that little bridge over there.
You take that little bridge, that bridge. I'm like, here we go. And going there and just seeing the work that's happening is so like powerful.
What's the best story you have from that? Or I don't know.
The best story I have is a kid named, we call him Rondo. His name is Michael. He was incarcerated at Rikers Island. And I remember he was in my program and I was like, there's just something, like, you always know when it's something different. They're all special, but you always know when there's something a little bit different. And I called Jessica Jackson from Reform Alliance, who works with Michael Rubin. And I said, you got to come in here and see this kid. Like, this is different. So she came with me, met with him and said, when you get out, I'm going to have a job for you. Like, there's something so special about you. He got out on a Thursday. That Monday, he started at Reform, who's, you know, Jay, Meek, Michael Rubin, all of them. He started at Reform. Now he's the head of their entire Gen Z division, pushing for policy change all over the United States, has spoken on panels with Kim and Little Baby and Michael Rubin, and just got a full scholarship to Columbia University. Like, it's incredible. And when I saw him, he was a former gang member, like just defeated, didn't know what he was doing with his life. So to see him now, I see him all the time. Like, he spends Christmases with me and my family, Thanksgiving. Like, he's just part of our family now. But to see how his life has just changed, that's like one of my most successful, powerful stories.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, love that. Yeah.
That makes the comment section feel a little less.
right. Exactly. It's like, come on, we out here doing real work, like changing lives. And, you know, even for the kids that unfortunately have, you know, I have 18-year-olds facing life, and the kids that have to go upstate, like, I always feel like I hope, even if they kept a little piece of what I told them or taught them or whatever, like, as they continue on their journey, I feel like I did my job. Because unfortunately, a lot of them don't get the opportunity to come out. I got kids 15 years, 20 years. The numbers in my mind just keep getting bigger. Like, it's very rare I meet someone that's like, I got a year, I got 2 years. It's like, to the point now, if a kid tells me, you know, I got 8 years, I'm like, oh, that's all right. Like, you could do that. Like, 8 years feels like a small number now, because everything is double digits and that. But I always feel like even when they go and leave the program, because I try to still keep in touch with them upstate, like, and they'll repeat stuff to me, like, when you told me that just stuck with me. And I'm like, wow, like, it's the littlest things sometimes you don't even think makes an impact on somebody that really does.
How many kids are in the program?
So generally we have like 15 to 20 at a time, because it's a smaller group, but you know, they're constantly rotating in and out when they go upstate or new people come in. So, but 15 to 20 at a time.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You got to come up there.
I would love for you that. We talked about, I just set a date. Let's just set a date.
I would love for you to.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll get on the little bus that goes across.
Yeah, you will. I've
been up to Rikers a lot of times. I've done a lot of stuff with the women's programs.
At Rosie's.
Stuff like that. I would love that.
You should set that up.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, in real life, should we do the bowl?
Yes.
Is bowl time?
That's fun.
I have a bowl. There's questions in the bowl, Lala.
Fun. Oh, God.
These are in real life questions.
Here we go. Okay. I don't know. Am I? Oh, I like this.
What is it?
When I walk in a room, I want people to feel blank. When I walk in a room, I want people to feel happy. Like, I just want to be that person that, like, when people see me, it's like happiness. Like, oh, there's La. Like, they're happy about it.
I think you do that.
Thank you. I try.
I think you do that. I think people are genuinely happy to see you. Let's do one more.
Okay, one more. Let me see. If you could instantly master any skill, what would it be? And I don't know. You know what's funny? I don't know if this is a skill, but you're going to be surprised by this answer.
Okay, I'm excited.
Love.
Oh.
If I could master that shit, I'll be fucking perfect. Like, if I could master that,
all right,
I'll be perfect.
Well, let's be honest.
Is that a skill?
No, I was gonna ask, how many people do you know that have mastered love?
I don't think anyone's mastered it. I don't think anyone's ever mastered it. But I do, you know, there was a time where I felt like I didn't really know or see people that were happy with love. That has changed. Like, now I do feel like I didn't really ever have examples of that growing up, but I do have examples of that now. Like, where I could look at certain relationships and be like, no, they're actually like genuinely happy. Like, this is a good
Well, what do they do?
relationship.
How do they get it right? Like, what is the thing? Have you figured that out? Or
Well, I just talked to Sierra about it all the time.
Sierra's super happy. Yeah.
Super. And like, got it right. And definitely, if you were to ask her, she would say, you know, it's primarily because God is at the center of their relationship, and date nights and putting each other first and communication, all of those things. But you have to find someone that's equally yoked with you in that sense.
And
but
willing to do all.
I still think it's always going to be work. It's never like a carefree kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I would just like, I don't know, you never master it. Maybe get better at it.
Yeah, better. That's so funny because our last guest, we had Adrian and Israel here.
I saw that.
And they, same thing. They got it right. They're so happy and really happy.
Yeah, you could tell.
And God is at the center of it. They make time for check-ins.
Date nights.
Date nights, all the things.
Yeah.
There are some threads that when you speak with people who have gotten it right, and
Right.
are truly happy.
And yesterday, the trainer I was telling you about, the
Yeah.
one that keeps me going to them, she got married yesterday, which is so crazy. I went to her wedding, and even the vows, everything was God at the center of everything. Like, this is the first time I went to a wedding where they washed each other's feet and like did all. And I was like, wow, this is different. But God at the center, God at the center every single time.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's funny we're talking about love because we were talking about Adrian and that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We also had Eve on, who was telling the story about meeting her husband.
Right.
And the state that she had to be in, because she said she had stopped dating because she was tired of like the guys. And she's like, I was living in LA and the guys were like, you know, I like you, you like me. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Situationships.
Right. Situationship.
And she just was like over it. She was like, I wanted something grown up. I wanted something real. And so she had to make a decision to shift. And so she just shut everything down. And then she met him. And she said she reverted. She went back to like when he first called her. She was like, you know, because I'm seeing some few people. And he was like, all right, well, call me when that changes. And she was like,
Okay. All right.
okay, grown man.
Right.
Okay, grown man. But I think there's something to that, like making a decision for the type of love you want in your life so that you set the...
Sierra always talks about that.
That's
That's just my guru for all. She always talks about that. Like, she's just like, you have to envision it, like every part of it, like how you want it to be, what you want it to look like. Like, you have to write it down. You have to like feel it. Like, you have to like it. She really like steps into that.
Do you feel like you're going to get this right? If you had to put money on yourself, if you had to bet on yourself, you were outside betting on love. Do you think you're going to get this right?
I think that I have to believe that I am. The only way to get it right is to believe that I can and that I will. Otherwise, what am I doing it for? Like, just to fail? Like, what am I doing it for? I have to believe that. So, yes.
What do you think it will take from you?
From me,
because we always think about what the person has to do.
the other person.
Yeah, like what does the person have to do? But we don't always talk about like, what would we have to do?
Yeah, no, and I have thought about that because when, you know, things didn't work out in my marriage, you have to look at things and take accountability, like, for whatever you could have done better. You know, you have to look at the whole thing. It's funny, I think I saw your interview with Tiana, and she was talking a little bit about that. But for me, I think the balance of like being okay with, it's not even like putting somebody else before me, but like the balance, like where they feel like a priority or they're a priority, and it's not after work and after this and after that. You know, I think that that's probably something I can be better at.
In real life, this might be tricky because of this actual moment that you're in, but in real life, how happy are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Generally, maybe not right now because of Kiyan leaving. Generally, I would say I'm a strong 8.
Yeah.
I would say a strong 8. A strong 8. I would love to be a 10, but I'm a strong...
Usually an 8.
8. Like, I can live
But if
at
we're
an
talking
8.
about right now, today,
I'm like at a 5. At a 5. But only because of what's happening with Kiyan. It's not like I feel like my life is bad or
you don't have to make excuses.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's the reason. It's like our kid, like the Kiyan thing.
You miss your
like,
son.
I miss him so much.
It's okay.
Yeah, I miss him so much.
Any mother can understand.
Yes, and it doesn't mean that other parts of my life aren't great and amazing. But
or that you're not grateful for those others.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
How often, in real life, how often do you think about your legacy?
That's a great question. I won't say I think about it often. I feel like I think about it the most when I am doing the prison reform work. Like, I'm sitting there like, these kids, these young men are like hanging on to my every word. Like, if I say this is how it is, they really believe that this is how it is. And there's such a responsibility that comes with that. And I don't take that lightly. I don't take that for granted. So in those moments, I'm like, I'm really leaving a legacy that these kids could say I impacted and affected their life in this way. Like, it's a big deal to me. So in those moments, I'm like, wow, this is powerful work. And not that my other work isn't, but like, entertaining is cool, but this is like people's lives. And like, you helping them with direction in their life. It just, that's when I think about legacy.
Yeah. My brain just went 10 different places. Because I wonder, because I know Kim does a lot of reform work. Have you brought her down at all? And then I thought, could she be at Rikers? Would that be too crazy? Like,
No, she could come to Rikers. She hasn't come yet with me, but she could come to Rikers.
I don't mean that in any way. It's just that, and this is a whole other topic. It's like, there's like levels of fame.
Yeah.
No, it's a real thing.
No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And
like,
understand
what you can do. That's not only, it's safe and not just for yourself, but for other people even.
Yeah.
Like you have to move kind of
different moving around.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
It's different.
No, it really
is different. It's different. Yes, it is levels. You're right. But she can come to Rikers and has been super interested in coming and support it. We just got to get her out here and in there. But she does a lot of, reform work as well. And, with her becoming a lawyer now, there's so many things that I can ask her from a legal perspective, like with certain people's cases, like, what does this mean? And like, she knows, like, she really knows. She's like, okay, this is that. This is how you translate that. I'm like, this is like my own like pocket lawyer that I got all the time, which is incredible. So it is so helpful.
What are you most proud about of yourself?
I'm most proud
of you.
That the things that I've went through and that I still here, I'm still could have a positive outlook on life, love, relationships, whatever it is, despite what, I went through. Like a lot of that stuff could harden somebody, could make somebody really bitter. Like I never allowed that to happen. I remember, speaking of friends like Sierra, I remember one day I did an interview, I think it was with like Charlamagne, and they were like, would you ever get married again? And I was like, no, like I'm never getting married again. It's not for me. And she called me and was like, stop saying that. Like, words have so much power. Like, stop putting it out there. Like, whatever God has meant for you is going to be. Like, stop saying that, like, so definitely. Like, and she checked me in a real way, in a loving way, but in a real way. And I had to stop and think, like, she's right. And since then, I've stopped saying that. Like, I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm not going to put that out there, and understanding how much power our words have on us and how we approach certain things. And she really gave me an understanding of that.
You're probably protecting yourself too.
Yeah.
Probably just guarding yourself.
Yeah, I was like, man, I was like, fuck this.
We skim over that, but it's like, people don't realize, and I've always said this, like, people don't talk about how bad, and we don't prepare ourselves for like heartbreak.
Oh, it's
how you was like, nobody told us, nobody told me as a mom I'm going to miss my kids.
Right.
But I feel like for young people, you get into bad relationships or a marriage that doesn't work out, like how challenging that could be to your life. And we hear it, heartbreak, and we know people have gone to jail for it, they've been murdered for it or whatever. But like really, like the depths of that feeling of like, I'm sure there's moments after everything that happened that you probably didn't want to get up off the floor.
Yeah,
like,
of course. The hardest part of my life, and then playing it out publicly. So then you have that part, like to where they're watching you. She looks sad. She looks depressed. Like they're watching everything. So then you have like the fake smile, like, no, I'm good. Everything's okay. And you're like fucking dying inside. And you're just like, I'm all right. But it is incredibly, hard, incredibly hard. But what are you going to do? You got to push forward like every day a little bit stronger until you get past it. And there are days, could be years later, where something will just hit you and it'll just hurt, or you remind you of something, because I always say this, nobody gets married with the thought of getting divorced. You don't marry somebody thinking I'm going to get divorced. You marry somebody thinking that's who you're going to be with for the rest of your life. And this is your life. So when that changes, it's like, oh, what do I do now? I wasn't prepared for this. This is not what I thought was going to happen. But you have to, and you have to keep going. You got to live. You have a child, or for women out there with children, like you got to keep going. Like,
and you're not the first person, by the way, to have to get a divorce.
Yeah. Oh, my mom tells me all the time.
You know,
my mom's
you didn't invent divorce.
I know, my mom tells me that all the time. Like all the during when it was going, she's like, "And you won't be the last." I'm like, "All right, my damn." She's like, "You're not the first. You won't be the last." I'm like, "All right." So you just
watching you guys like do an interview with your son at this point,
right?
And, like,
yeah,
you did something right.
You got something right, and I'm proud of that. Yeah. I'm proud of that, and if that's what that was supposed to be, then we did a hell of a job at that.
Yeah. What is the number one thing what the number one advice you could give to someone who's on the other side of divorce or going through it and starting the journey of co-parenting?
It does get better. It is hard, in the beginning, but just remember every single thing you do, your kid is watching and looking at that and forming their own ideas and opinions about how parents should be or relationship are or love is. And I never wanted Kiyan to have like a messed up view or version of that. It's like it didn't work out, but we still are a family. We still love you. We still love each other. And we're going to be there for you no matter what. That was so important to the both of us that he saw that, because how we acted was going to affect how he is in relationships. He's 18 now, he has a girlfriend now, doing his own thing. Like, we wanted to be a good example when it came to that. So just remember, the kids are watching everything.
How you dealing with the girlfriend? How's that?
This is his first girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend now.
Yes, he has a girlfriend.
How's that going?
It's going well. I really like her. I think he's made a great choice. I'm just like, we're here now. My kid has a girlfriend.
This is his first girlfriend?
This is his first.
Oh, God, so you got
I'm sure
lucky.
he's had but girlfriend where it's like, Mom, this is my girlfriend, and like brought her home to meet me. Yes, this is the first time.
How did that go in the first meeting?
It went great. I mean, she's a great girl. He seems super. My thing is, if he's happy,
You're happy.
I'm happy. Like, he seems happy. She's great. Like,
I'd be like, who is you?
yeah, see, no, I'm like, hey, I'm just.
But are you thinking, let me see who this girl, look, you sizing
I'm always
her up?
paying attention.
Okay.
I think I know. I don't always have it right, but I think I know some of the signs or like the red flags, and haven't seen that.
That's good. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, before we go, last IRL question.
Oh, not from the bowl?
Yeah, take it from the bowl.
Okay.
Take it from the bowl.
Okay.
Pick whichever one you want that resonates.
Wow, that's
a good one.
Questions.
Is it a good one? Is it my favorite one? Maybe it's my favorite
If
one.
God were to text you right now, what would it say?
That's my favorite question in that bowl, and I swear it just comes every time.
I think that if God were to text me, it would say, I've never been asked that, it would say, I got you. I think it would just say, I got you. Like, I got you. And that's enough for me. That's enough to make me feel like I got this. I can go through anything. It's okay. I think that's all the kind of strength I would need.
Lala Anthony!
Thank you. This was awesome. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lala Anthony, and this is In Real Life.
For more episodes, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you on the next IRL podcast.